Diversity is a big word. It can mean basically anything and everything. Whether you're talking about race, religion, sexual identity, that word alone can stand for so much. I decided today to focus on the main two topics that come to mind with this word, race and sexual identity. I talked to two Ohio University students about their views on the acceptance of people of different races and sexual orientations on this campus. I first sat down with junior Lindsay Laws. Lindsay, I just want to know your take on diversity here at OU. Do you think that people of different races and backgrounds are accepted with everything going on over in the Middle East and at Mizzou with the racism that's going on there? Do you think racism is a big deal here, or have you seen it or witnessed it at all?
Like throughout my 3 years of being here, almost 3 years, I've never witnessed any issues with race. I've never experienced anybody of a different race than I am be discriminated against or be harmed in any way or like insulted in any way because of everything that's going on elsewhere. So personally, I wouldn't say that's an issue here. I feel like everyone's pretty much accepted for the race that they are.
Do you think OU does a good job of having programs for students of different races and of minority background? Do you think they have good programs here and just things that people can get involved in so they can get more information on their culture and be more accepting of them?
Yeah, definitely. I think that OU does a great job of accepting all races and all backgrounds, and I think that they do a really good job of keeping in mind that there are people here from all over the world and all different races, all different backgrounds. And I think that, I've definitely witnessed, a wide variety of different things that, like, people from other races can get involved in, and I know that I've never once felt uncomfortable for being the race that I am. I've never felt discriminated against for, my background or anything of that sort, and so I think that OU does a really good job of making everyone feel very, welcome and at home.
Aside from racism, with people of different sexual orientations, like lesbian or gay or bisexual, do you think that's accepting here? OU is more of a liberal campus, but you have people who march at the top of Baker, and obviously people have different religious beliefs and all that and different political stances, but do you think for the most part it's accepting here? Do you think that it could be a better job?
Last year I really didn't know much about that sort of thing while I was here. I hadn't really been around it all too much, but last year I was actually in a class that kind of opened me up more to that kind of idea, and I honestly, now that I'm more aware of it and now that I've been more aware of it for a while, I think OU does a really good job of accepting that as well, because I know that this campus is filled with all sorts of different people of all different sexes and religions and backgrounds, and I've never seen someone of a different sexual orientation, whatever they prefer to call themselves or identify themselves as. I've never seen them be discriminated against either.
Now, I wanted to get a perspective from someone who was actually in one of the programs OU offers here for minority students. It's called the Office of Multicultural Student Access and Retention, or also known as OMSAR. So I had sophomore Haley Lapierre talk to me about her view towards diversity on OU's campus. Haley, you are in OMSAR, and I wanted to get your take on diversity here at OU. Being in a program for minorities, how do you think OU does in educating people about different cultures and tolerance?
Well, I think that the people who are in the OMSAR program are aware of the different cultures at OU and have certain tolerances, and it's pretty good here. But I feel like if you're not in the OMSAR program, you're not as aware because you're not being educated around about what's around you.
Do you think OMSAR helps you in understanding other backgrounds, or what, if anything, would you change about the program?
I think they definitely try to bring different backgrounds together, but I feel like their focus is more on how to give everyone more opportunities, not really on educating about everyone's backgrounds. It's more so this is how you can succeed in school.
With people of different sexual orientations, do you think that's accepted around here, or do you think people aren't as educated as they could be about people of different sexual identities?
I think it's pretty accepted here. I think our generation in general has a better accepting of other gender identifications, so I don't really see a problem with it at OU.
It seems that many students believe OU is very good at acceptance and bringing knowledge to students about diversity. No matter what race or gender you identify with, Ohio University is a melting pot for all students of all backgrounds. Thanks for listening. I'm Allie Foltz.